Hey. All right. I'm gonna try to keep this on the short side, but wrapping up budgets today for work. And stuff. But let's see what the word is for us today. What is the energy we want to transmute? What's the energy we want to flip into? All right, I can work with that if you can. Uh-huh. Interesting. Yes. Okay. Can I get one? My goodness. Very complicated this morning. Really interesting. Okay, so what we have here, and I think you saw me take a gander at some of these cards that came out, and that's like a secondary message, a secondary layer of information here, and we'll talk about that. But our cards are Justice, and that is Justice moving up from the King of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Swords. With our method, our mode of being, Emperor, and the Ten of Pentacles, with the underpinning energy, the Page of, Page of Wands. There you go. Now you can see that. Okay, so a lot of complex stuff here because you have a lot of new, fresh energy with older, more established energy. And what I see here, and then here we have these kind of, this little trio that came out, which is the Five of Wands, the Sun, and the Hanged Man. And I'll get to that in just a second. Okay, so what I'm saying is that the King of Cups, this is kind of an emotionally stagnant scenario, and you were looking at moving it toward, when I say emotionally stagnant, it's like stifling your own emotions. I once said to a friend of mine, and I didn't say that. I said to a friend of mine, I feel like somebody's stuffing you in a bag. Who's stuffing you in a bag? And it's because I felt like he wasn't expressing himself truly and authentically. And so here I feel like this is stuffing yourself in a bag, right? And so, keeping up appearances for appearance sake doesn't necessarily serve any purpose. Justice is being clear and decisive, but it's also fairness and clarity. So what's the word I'm looking for? Authenticity. The real thing. Real deal. Ain't no such thing as fake justice, right? So with the Ace of Swords, that's saying absolutely, this has got to be the real deal. No more fake crap here. What are we faking? What are we faking? And these two together, the Emperor with the Ten of Pentacles, these are both rigid adherence to old ways of doing things, old authority, deferring to authority, just because, you know, because it's there, I mean, you know. And the Emperor, you know, as the figurehead of authority is like kind of a jerk. You know, he really is look, you do this because I said so, not because it makes sense or because it's anything that needs to be done. You know, the guy who makes you clean the bathroom before you know, even though your work shift is over, and even though your coworker cleaned it earlier, just because he wants you to fill in three minutes to get you to the hour. That's the Emperor. And the Ten of Pentacles is absolutely the old way of doing things. It can be old family values, old family baggage. It can be dad issues. It can be, you know, this is just old stuff. What's interesting about this is the undertow, the underpinning energy here is the Page of Wands, and he's all about fresh, new ideas, planning, looking ahead, but like, he's really taking the first step. This is taking the first step, and it's just letting it all go, just saying, okay, whatever. It's also messages, you know, that's a classic interpretation, but sometimes you are the messenger and you're bringing the message. This little trio that popped up is interesting to me. It's the Five of Wands, and it's blocking, fighting this clarity that is coming in, and that's the Sun, right? This is like absolutely exposing everything. This Five of Wands is saying, I don't want to see it. I mean, if you look, you can see the sort of little angel figure kind of gone fetal behind the Five of Wands. Like, no, I'm not looking. But here it is being revealed to you. And this is the Hangman. This is hanging back. It's a big card. Hanging back and getting that revelation. And Hangman can also be about sacrifice. So this can be sacrificing that sense of like, no, I'm just gonna put my head down, and if I don't see it, it's gonna go away. If we stop paying attention to it, it's all just gonna go away. This is a asking you with the Ace of Swords. It's asking you to look at these old ways of doing things. Look at the old establishment. Look at the old authority, or these, you know, the established authority. I mean, and think about what you did differently. You know, it's easy to be an armchair president. Maybe this is our opportunity to really execute that, to exercise that for ourselves and have that ripple outward into the community. These are all pretty big cards, but you know, think about that. What areas of your life are you adhering to old values that don't apply, that they've been there, they're comfortable. And here with Justice and the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups, moving from the King of Cups, which is all this emotional withholding, where can you let loose of some emotional garbage that is all about stuff that isn't yours? I mean, that's kind of cool. This is really asking you to let go of all kinds of stuff that doesn't belong to you anymore. It was given to you, and it was useful, it served its purpose at a time, but now we have this golden opportunity to let go of all that stuff and kind of remake ourselves. When we emerge from this quarantine, no one's going to know the difference because they won't recognize us anyway. It's been so long. But really, this is a great time to remake yourself. why not? All right, be well. I will be back later.